Hello, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to do another guide. We're going to talk about how to get a weak nation, mostly here in Africa, Asia, this is Asia, and try to get them up and running to not be so weak. This, I would say, is an okay startup for like nations here around this area. I won't pick Iraq, but or Iran. Iran is weaker. Yeah, very weaker. Could be an okay startup for other countries as well, but we're mostly going into the weaker side of things. That we're just doing a strong industry as possible in the early game. So that's what we're going to try and focus on. Just trying to get the industry to not suck in the early game, and yeah, going from there in the middle game. This is mostly so you're going to start up with doing industrial effort. Usually I would recommend going political first, and you could do that, but the only thing is, in this case, this 70 days is wasted, but it's for a greater cause, and that's picking up these military and the civilian slots. So that's what we're going to do. Rush down, pick up these, rush down, pick up the research slot, rush down, pick up military youth, and pick up the bonuses, and after that hopefully this one is unlocked. You can also do this in after you go down here. That's optional, just as going this first and then this. But yeah, that's the hang of it, the base of it. And if going into production here, we see we're producing infantry 1. We don't want to do that. We're going to produce the older equipment. I'm going to produce tons of it. This is because it's cheaper, costs less, and we just need to fill out our troops. Because as you can see, we're not behind right now, but we're going to be, and we will want to expand. So we are going to try and expand into our neighbors in here. I'm thinking into Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Oman, that kind of area. You could also expand into Afghanistan. Maybe we should do that first. Let's see. We're not going to need anything but steel, really. So, and oil. It's easier to export the oil, I think. So yeah, let's start stacking up this border. Also, you will not want the cavalry because they take more equipment. So usually, at least, if they have the same number as in the infantry build, and we're going to just delete this cavalry build. We're not going to be using it. We're instead just going to be using the standard here. You really don't want to move up to here. Highly reinforced priority. You could, yeah, let's do that. I usually do it. It's not necessary. So actually, no. Let's just have it here on nothing for now. And yeah, let's research. So you want to research the industry, the cap, and depending on how many building slots you have. So let's say here you see I have a tons of them. So it's a good idea for me to research here. If you don't have a ton of them, you could go down for this instead. But I'm going for these two because yeah, recent. Can produce some troops. I usually produce 2. You can. It's probably better to just produce 1. Yeah, let's do that. 1 for now. And as I said, this works for every nation. I would say that's small. So I wouldn't do this for the big miners. Romania, Yugoslavia, Turkey, Spain. China. Those kind of stuff. This is for the ones that really need every single factory. And I just want to specify that because this is for the weak nations. So here, say I have 5 factories, and I would say it's okay for everything under 10 factories. So yeah, you see, they have a lot of them. These have, even though we don't have a lot, they are. Denmark maybe, yeah, Denmark, it's fine. But yeah, just want to specify it. Also, we will need now military factories. We cannot really afford to go for anything but just build them. So we'll do that. And trading, that's the thing. You will need to trade for one of these. Oh, not produce one, but I thought I was producing with. I'm producing with 5. Fuck. Yeah, you see. These I get from trade, I'm sure. Yeah, I should be exporting a lot. Yep, I am. So I'm still building, and I'm not producing at minus speed, and that's the important part. You really want to just build and get up at as big of a stockpile, even if the guns are worthless. And here, see, I have a deficit now. You just need the guns, and that's why we're building the basic ones, and we're going to build them for a while. We're probably going to be move up to infantry 1 whenever we get, let's say, somewhere around 1938, 1939. So around the time we would be building these, we'll be building these. Maybe we'll build these, just jump right from here to here. It depends on a couple factors, but yeah. This guide was suggested by a viewer, so if no, it was a patron, right? Yeah, a patron. How to start up as a tiny nation, really. And I thought it was a good idea. I have a couple other suggestions I'm going to be doing. I haven't done a lot of videos, but that's because I have my only explanation all the time is I have a lot of school, and now I'm going to have a very chill week the rest of this week, because I'm recording this on a Monday, uploading it on a Monday. On Tuesday I have school, and Thursday, but otherwise I have nothing, so I mean, I'm probably going to be able to upload like 2 more videos, maybe. hopefully. So I'll try to go through all the suggestions I've gotten. So now we'll just pick up these military factories, try to, because let's say, this is 70, like, why I don't, in my normal guide, when I just did a minor nation on my first ever video, I just talked about as a minor nation, and that was, and I didn't really think about it that much more because it was my first video, but I realized the minor nations are so different compared to each other. Like, you could never compare China to Iran in terms of power level, and we're both considered minors and have the same tree. And as China, you wouldn't. Okay, maybe China is an exception because we really start up with few of these, but most of the time you have quite a. Okay, we have 6. That's okay. Either way, it's not a big deal getting one more factory. It's like 5-7% more, like 10% more factories. But here it's doubling the amount of military factories I have, and that's a big deal. Doubling the amount of factories. And that's why, and I didn't really consider that in 1.0, that I thought just because these are more expensive, these are, so I thought 2 of these are worth 1 of these, and they are in terms of just raw production cost, construction cost. But the thing is, these actually don't do anything. In terms of what they actually do, they do 0 things. These are the ones producing stuff, and these only produce more of these or in military. So that's why we're going down here first, because we're actually doing something. And as Iran, we're kind of a special kid. We have a lot of oil, and that changes up a lot, because then I don't need to do as much. I have factories to actually build. Sometimes you don't even have it if you want to trade. So it's like either you trade or you build. I don't need to make that decision really, and we're going for dispersed, even though some would say, well, we're never going to be bombed. Well, this one is just worse in every single way than this still, even if we're not getting bombed. And we're going to pick up the fascists, I'm thinking, because we want to declare war, and we're picking the higher sympathies. I've gotten a lot of messages like, does it actually matter what you pick? No, it doesn't matter. Seriously, it has no difference on you be able to coup instead of civil war, because you will always be able to coup. The only thing is, if you pick the higher up one, you have a higher chance of coupping, and the low one you have a higher chance of getting the event where you go into a civil war. Like you get, the event with 2 options: either you go into civil war or nothing happens. Yeah, that's when, if you pick the number 1, like the bottom option, you have a higher chance of getting that event. And if you pick the above one, you have a higher chance of getting the one with 3 decisions: the one where you get minus national unity, the one where you get minus support for that thing, and the one where you switch, where you coup. So yeah, that's the differences that I'm not 100% sure of that, and the wiki isn't really good. So I mean, it's just what I've managed to figure out myself. And checking here, the 2 divisions I have 3, and we will be producing them, of course, because we're a player and they are bots. And I think I'm going at normal difficulty. Yeah, I am. Good. So, I mean, he's not getting buffed, so yeah. I think we are going to be able to defeat them. I suppose so, at least. I mean, it would be kind of embarrassing if I couldn't beat Iraq as Iran. I think, all round, I actually think Iraq is stronger. Like, not always. Actually, no, we're not stronger. It's just my imagination. Iran is actually stronger. Maybe I should have picked Iraq then, for the sake of a video. My bad. That was probably a bad idea. I actually thought when I was looking at them, like, I always in my mind think Iraq is stronger for some reason. Anyway, yep, we can get a coup now. Not that that matters. Like, oh, my mouse crashed. I don't get it why it does that. It's like sometimes when I just play Hearts of Iron, it's never another game. It's just Hearts of Iron. It just crashes. Maybe it's because I play so much Hearts of Iron. It's not on another game. Because I don't play enough. Oh well. So we'll pick up Iraq. Probably pick up Afghanistan after that. Not sure. Maybe Turkey. Turkey's kind of strong though. Like we have a lot of divisions. Well, we can see. We can see. You can always seek help from Germany or just Soviet. It's like that's the thing. You can always just seek help with Soviet, even if you're not Soviet. I think, usually at least. Base revolution opinion. We'll see. Oh, we got our first troop. Cool. See here, we're producing troops. We have a lot of men, actually. More, a couple at least. You can always move up to limited conscription. But yeah, I really think a lot of nations could use this startup, and I see it a lot in multiplayer. This startup where you go down here, but like this is the first thing you do. But usually people fuck up after this point because they don't know what to do, and like people see they have low manpower and just rush down here. And they're wasting so much time, and also people overestimate the daily fashion support so much in the multiplayer. It's insane how people think that, and I'm the same with the puppets. When you're playing multiplayer, it doesn't matter when or single player. No, single a bit, but it doesn't really matter when you switch and become fascist slash commie or whatever. It's just important that you become it, the ideology you want. And people seem to not realize that. And I think it's kind of weird, but people don't get it. Like, it seems so self-explanatory that it doesn't really matter, because if you get it before the World War breaks out, that's good enough. You don't need to be in a faction since 1936, so you don't need all the people to just boost your ideology. I think people should start to consider that at least some more. Now is the thing. There's a lot of stuff I want. Let's see. Captain of Industry, we don't want that. A political power game. Dude. No. We don't really have the time. Okay, 155 days. I just want to check this. 155, 139. Yeah. So you shave it off a lot, like 20 days. Okay. I just want to consider, because this is second pick industrial. I see some people do first pick, some people never pick it, like until late. And I'm like one of the believers that think that a second pick industrial is good, and I'm not sure if it is good, but 20 days off on two things about, and then it will get like 40 days off on this one, because I'm going to do that as well. So that's like 20, 40, 80 days maybe I'm saving for 150 political power, so that's worth it. And that's like just in early game. Then I'll getting more, but early game is the important part. Because this is just investing 150 political power in low research time. It's like getting this one. Because this is the same thing. You're using 95 days now to get 95 days back over time, and after a while you earn or whatever. I can't trade for more shit because you can't trade for traded factories, which is okay, I guess. It's like okay. Should probably go up to free trade so I can export as much as possible for people. And this is kind of important. What tiles are getting plus infrastructure? You should probably have to consider that before building. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So we'll build on these, man, when we get that thing or whatever. So yeah, that's basically the hang of this startup. I don't wanna. I'm probably not going to be able to play so long in this game, because like I can add one other. Can probably add one more. Not really. I want a bit of stockpile, at least some. I personally think it's good to have stockpile of, depending on the size of the nation, between 1k and 100k, depending on if you're Germany. Germany or Soviet probably needs 100k in reserve just for safety measurements. because that's going to be used up really quick. And small nations like me don't really need more than 1k, because like in this small wars, that is, at least. And but 1k is really bad though to have in reserve, but it's a minimum I would suggest. If you have less than that, it's of course you can just go to war and win anyway, and but you'll risk at least. And here you see I have 5 divisions now, and they have 2 still. So I mean, and they have 3 to 5. Damn, that's actually good for being them. We are a 1 province nation, aren't we? No, we are 3. I thought we were a 1 for some reason. Get the infrastructure. Now we see we have 5 factories here, and that's like a ton. From 1, we went from 1 to 5. It's gone a bit more than a year, but hey. So that's kind of good. I think that's kind of good at least. And we don't need to build one. We can just build 1. Cool. And hopefully we can go to war with this dude. I'm probably going to play this game. It seems fun playing as Iran. Just unite Middle East, I guess. Seems fun. I'm not going to play too long though in this video. I mostly want to go through the startup and show. Now as land doctrine goes, I would absolutely recommend going for human wave offensive, because you need the manpower. Like, god, so many people in the new meta, like 1.3.3, so many people are going trench warfare, and I've so underestimated that land doctrine. Like, I've super underestimated it, because people have tried to talk me into why we suck here. I don't think they suck. They're really good, but what they're meaning is that planning is insane, and planning is insane when you manage to get it, or whatever. 246, 250. Okay. Anyway, so people say like planning is really good, and planning is really good, but the thing is, this doesn't give manpower, and this does give manpower, and manpower is you need manpower for, if you're in single player, absolutely. In multiplayer, yeah, you basically also need the manpower, because you can always go up to extensive, but higher than that you don't want to go. These are locked. Not really. Service is okay, but add all adult and scraping, like if you go up that high, you're lost. So you need other ways of manpower, and the other ways, they are basically here. But some people say like you get the 7% from here, so you don't need the 5% extra. But I tend to believe that you do need the manpower in most of the cases. In some cases, no. It turns out the grand battle plan was better, and that's if you're planning on doing a defensive war. Let's say a defensive war as a miner. What fuck? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's no defensive war in miner, I guess. In multiplayer, yeah, there is one. Maybe Yugoslavia. Maybe you're in allies, you're in Soviet something, and you get attacked from Italy, Germany. Then you're doing a defensive war. The manpower won't be necessary, and you just want to survive. But you're dead either way, so you just want to make casualties for them. Then I can see grand battle plan being better. But I just think planning is too slow. Planning takes too much time. Planning is planning is very balanced, like here it is. One thing I don't like about balance is if you deploy more troops and attach them here, you just reset like the whole planning, it seems. Not really. Yeah, you see here. And now I get the division still preparing thing because this guy spawned. It makes sense. Otherwise you could exploit it. And how you could do is you just put 1 division or front on a huge front line with a huge offensive plan. And when he's planned, you just put the 100 more, and it's already planned. So it's for anti-exploit, and it's fine. But yeah, I guess at least it's just I think it's really slow. But I can see people liking it. It's cool. It's a cool thing. And how much support? I don't have that much support. Like if you had, you really want to switch in the by now. If you're not a tiny nation, this is why you don't always do this thing, because some people have told me like you should always do this opener where you go down for factories in the early game, and I think that's like super dumb, because like if you're doing this as an opener, that's super fast. But in single player, if you don't need to do this, it's too slow. You not too slow. What I mean is, you rather pick up a political power, get a thingy, you know, the guy will give fashion support early, because you need it early, and after that, you either, depending if you're doing a rush strategy, rush down for this so you get it early. But this is just in single player. In multiplayer, you would just do a standard opener. After that, witches, research slot, and doctrines, and then military youth. So it depends. It really depends. Let's see. Shit's going down. Yeah, that's. But yes, Japan doesn't know how to do it. I haven't seen my guide. What? No, but I think my guide on Japan versus China is good. Like, you can seriously. When I play Japan, I can win in like no time versus China. It's like super easy. There's the easy way of just defeating them instantly to paratroop, and paratroop is basically, yeah, you need to take more, but and the exploit way, if you want to call it an exploit, it's not an exploit, it's just the best way of doing it. It's before this war, you declare war on Shaanxi, take them out and just do an invasion from here. Yep, now we are the right ideology. The Persian Empire, good boy. So that's good. And this is the important part. This is what I've done here. And as you've seen, I have gone from 2 divisions to 10 divisions in not even 2 years. I could produce more of these. I could probably, yeah, you see, I can produce 12. I can produce a ton of units at least. I can produce 10 basically, and have a couple of reserve. So yeah, if you want to just a quick opener to go to war with other nations, I can really see this being, and I think this opener is actually, if I may say it, kind of broken. Seriously, it's not broken in that way, like it's super OP, but it's super good start in not a lot of time and not a lot of cost to it. What you lose is the early fascist, and also in declare on you. No, I can't. Fuck. But yeah, you can probably just come back later. So I mean, hey, and here we have a thing. Do we need two of, yeah, both? Yeah, but political power is better. So yeah, this is basically how to get. It's probably the best opener in the game if you're a tiny nation. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Tell me comments if you have any other suggestions, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.